So thank you for being here to celebrate with us. This is a little later than we normally celebrate this because of several things that happened in the spring. But we are just excited to honor the work of MG Raby and to honor the work that you have done to continue to make this community a place where all are accepted, where we serve all, where we welcome all, and it's a place that is loving and caring and really welcoming for any of our residents, new and old, that have chosen to move here, to live here, to raise their families here, to work here. So, Dr. Harris.
Thank you, Dr. Buzz. I again want to say thank you all for being here. One of the things that we know when it comes to diversity, equity, and inclusion, and belonging, is that it's not easy work. And we've seen that within this last year. But your commitment, your dedication, and just the thoughts that you have that truly equality is a possibility. It is something that we all aspire, not only for ourselves, but for our children, our personal children, and our children in this school corporation. So I want to thank you all for being here. I want to say thank you to all of our award recipients on this evening for your faithfulness and your commitment to this work. But truly, it takes all of us. And in this work, we are all leaders. So thank you again for all being here tonight. First, we have the recipient of the MG Raby Staff Award, and this goes to Mrs. Rocio Huffman, 4th grade teacher at North Wayne Elementary. Mrs. Huffman is the epitome of inclusion and equality. As a classroom teacher and district equity leader at both district and school levels, she ensures all adults are not only held accountable, but are also challenged in their own equity journeys. Mrs. Huffman provides daily experience and opportunities for students to share their culture and expand their knowledge of others different from them by presenting heritage and differences in a unique and accepting way. Mrs. Huffman encourages staff and students alike to promote acceptance and eliminate discriminatory practices and stereotyping. Mrs. Huffman is influential and a natural leader and trailblazer for equitable practices and inclusion for all. The MSD of Wayne Township presents the MG Raby Distinguished Service Staff Award to Mrs. Rocio Huffman. The next recipient of the MG Raby Staff Award is Sendney, Fonville, bus monitor for transportation. Sendney Fonville is a special person who dedicates her days to helping others. She prides herself on getting up each and every day with a smile on her face and a positive attitude that allows her students to know she cares about them. She goes above and beyond for both students and peers. Ms. Fonville is a bus monitor, and in between her routes, she holds caring hours to sit with and listen to others who may be having struggles. Cindy has experienced great loss the last few years, and she is giving back by using her grief to help others, by making their days a little easier if she can. Many times on the weekend, she invites her colleagues to a gathering of collaboration and fellowship, so those around her will know they never have to be alone. She is inclusive and is welcoming to everyone. If you find yourself in her presence, you know you are special because she makes you feel like you can do and be anything. The MSD of Wayne Township is proud to present the MG Raby Distinguished Service Staff Award to Ms. Sendney Fonville. It is with great honor we recognize Callie Lamb, Callie, thank you. Callie Lamb, student at Chapel Hill 7th and 8th grade center, as this year's MG Raby Distinguished Service Student Award recipient. Callie Lamb is a young lady who sincerely desires to see students with different abilities be treated fairly and with respect. Callie has engaged as a peer helper with 2 particular students on her team, one who comes part-time from Thrive, formerly known as Life Skills. Callie talks to them, greets them, helps them, and has stuck up for them when she hears other peers saying things about students that they don't know about. She has a wonderful heart, and in helping others, she will begin to see how it helps her as well. Again, it is with great honor we recognize Callie Lamb as this year's MG Raby Distinguished Service Student Award recipient. The recipient of the MG Raby Student Volunteer Award is Jay Claxon, a student at Ben Davis High School. Jay Claxon is a student who thrives when he is helping students with special needs. In addition to the sports that he is actively a part of, he volunteers to be a part of the unified track team where his smile is the biggest. He is kind to everyone and treats all people equitably. The world would be a better place if all people were as inclusive and welcoming as Jay Claxon. The MSD of Wayne Township presents the MG Raby Distinguished Service Volunteer Award to Jay Claxon. The recipient of the MG Raby Parent Award is Mrs. Niccole Wilkes, parent at Ben Davis 9th Grade Center. Mrs. Niccole Wilkes is more than a parent. She is also a servant at heart. Mrs. Wilkes services our community by providing support to teen parents. Despite language differences, Niccole has always been eager and willing to connect with our young parents by providing resources, completing forms, and finding childcare to assist those who are often underrepresented in our community. She sees parenting as a community opportunity for all of us to help create equitable systems for younger parents. The MSD of Wayne Township presents the MG Raby Distinguished Service Parent Award to Mrs. Niccole Wilkes. The recipient of the MG Raby Community Leaders Award goes to Mrs. Nina Brahm, President of the Wayne Township Education Foundation. Mrs. Nina Brahm is the epitome of a MG Raby Recognition Award. She has spent many years on the board of the foundation, helping to create opportunities for all students in Wayne Township. Nina is a volunteer at heart, spending countless hours fundraising, planning, and organizing community and sporting events. She is one of the loudest cheerleaders for all students. Her work, values, words, and time point to her commitment to our community. Nina's work with the Wayne Township Education Foundation secures funding for projects that enhance student learning and value teachers as they seek funding for influential programming for all students. Specifically, through her work on the Wayne Township Education Foundation Board, Nina supports the Interrupting Racism program for Wayne staff. She attended an anti-racism workshop and presented her learning to others. Nina continues to play a significant role in the planning and coordinating of the upcoming WTEF International Celebration. She helped make possible the crime prevention grant for Giant Marketplace and instigated the hashtag Wayne Superhero Recognition. Lastly, Nina is active in helping coordinate and promote Giving Tuesday, which provides online funding for Wayne Township Education Foundation teacher grants. Nina has spent her adult life improving human relations and discriminatory practices. Mrs. Brahm is a valued, respected, and influential community leader who continues to fight for all children, teachers, and community members. We would like to formally thank Mrs. Brahm for her commitment and dedication in helping the MSD of Wayne Township students and families by honoring her with the 2021-2022 MG Raby Distinguished Service Community Leader Award. This year's 2021-2022 MG Raby Distinguished Legacy Award proudly goes to Mrs. Terry Ewibleben, recently retired music teacher at Robey Elementary. Mrs. Terry Ewibleben has always tried to treat every student and every person equally. As the music teacher at Robey for the last 20 years, Terry has had every student in her room at some point. And over the years, she has directed a number of student choirs and student musicals at Robey, and always there is a very diverse number of students involved. There have been stars of the show from every nationality and race. In fact, there have been a number of students with special needs featured. Due to Mrs. Ewibleben's recent retirement, it seems fitting that her commitment to the acceptance of all and her contributions to the elimination of racism be acknowledged. This is what Terry's nominator stated about her legacy. I've seen it, I've heard it, and I've lived with it for over 40 years. Her feelings have never changed. She believes the words, equal rights mean more than mere ink on paper. The MSD of Wayne Township proudly and honorably celebrates and congratulates Mrs. Terry Ewibleben for being named this year's 2021-2022 MG Raby Legacy Award winner. This year's 2021-2022 MG Raby Distinguished Legacy Award proudly goes to Dr. Jeffrey K. Butts. Dr. Butts has held many leadership positions and countless awards and recognitions. Here are just a few that demonstrate his commitment to promoting diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging. The Indiana Council for Exceptional Children Advocate of the Year, Minority Police Officers Association Award for outstanding work in the community, member of the Indianapolis Metropolitan Police Department's Diversity Task Force, member of the Greater Indianapolis Progress Committee Race and Cultural Relations Leadership Network, Indianapolis African American Quality of Life Initiative Issue Management and Community member, honorary co-chair of the United Negro College Fund Mass Ball since 2014, and served on the local planning team for the National Council for the Education of Black Children National Conference, served on the 2019 National Urban League Annual Conference and National Youth Leadership Summit Planning Committee, actively involved with the Indiana Latino Institute, and he is a member of the first cohort of the Marvelous Potential Program in Indianapolis program of the Kennedy King Memorial Initiative. Dr. Butts continues to promote, encourage, and demonstrate both professionally and personally what it means to be a co-conspirator in supporting equal justice for all. He has always been transparent and vulnerable when sharing his own equity journey with others. He advocates for underrepresented populations in the many spaces he attends by speaking boldly and courageously about students, families, and a community who often does not look like him or share a similar background. He is always willing to name the elephant while looking for equitable solutions. One administrator stated Dr. Butts could have run from the diversity, equity, and inclusion conversations like so many agencies and organizations and people did, but instead he ran to them. Always hopeful that he can make a change and recognizing his power to be at the table. Congratulations to Dr. Jeffrey K. Butts for being named this year's 2021-2022 MG Raby Legacy Award winner.
You know, like everyone else was recognized here tonight, this work isn't being done for accolades. This work is being done because it's what our children deserve. And I was going to say this without crying before, but there are so many communities, so many agencies, like Dr. Harris mentioned, that have turned a blind eye against this critical work. It was sexy 2 years ago. Positions were named, divisions were created, work began, and then it got tough. And in some of those communities and some of those agencies, they shut it down at the detriment of our children, at the detriment of our community. One of the reasons that Tammy and I love living here, working here, and serving this community is because we are not afraid of this work. Thanks to MG for starting it. Thanks to Dr. Harris for continuing it. Thanks to all of us, because it does take every single person engaged in this work to make sure that it is embedded and it is pervasive through everything that we do. And so I want to say a very special thank you for you being here to support this work, to support our recipients today, and just to help us to continue to carry this forward as we continue to make Wayne just a better place, a place that is more inclusive, a place that is very welcoming for all. And so with that, any other comments that?
I just want to again thank everyone for coming out and continue your journey, which I know you will. And if there's anything that we can do collectively to get some work done, then please don't hesitate to reach out. But thank you all so very much for what you do. You make a difference each and every day. Thank you.